What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Lewis, coming at you with not one, but two movie trailers review. The first one is going to be Masters of the Universe, and the second, Supergirl. You're probably wondering, well, Mr. Lewis, you didn't review Spider-Man Brand New Day, because I couldn't get around to it. And you're probably like, Mr. Lewis, you didn't review Dune 3, couldn't get around to it. Well, Mr. Lewis, I know. I just couldn't get around to it. I'm a busy man. With that all being said, let's jump right on into it. So the first one, Masters of the Universe, He-Man. Second trailer, of course. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because I enjoyed the first trailer and I enjoyed the second trailer even more. Not to mention that the director Travis Knight is also going to be doing this movie right here. He only did the greatest Transformer movie there ever was, Bumblebee. This trailer had me mixed because even though it visually looks good, I feel this sense that it suffers from an identity crisis. I don't know if this is trying to appeal to the kids nowadays that grew up with Masters of the Universe that came out in the late 2000s, or if this is appealing to the fans of my generation that grew up with the Masters of the Universe from the 80s, especially with the live action one with Dolph Lundgren. We won't go back to that. I like what I see, but the color palette's a bit jarring. Now, if you grew up back in the 80s, you knew how the color palette for Masters of the Universe was. Dark, grim, seemed like there was no hope for the Castle of Grayskull, because there wasn't. And now you have this kind of crossbreed between, you get that feeling of dark and grim, but the color palette looks like something out of Fern Gully. I mean, things could pan out different. You know, trailers always look different. I am still very much pumped for this movie. I can't wait to go see it. I'll leave my quiet reservations until then. But the cast looks great. The look of the cast looked great. It looks very television, comic book accurate to the source material. I know the story most likely is going to be great because, like I said, our guy Travis Knight right here, he can do no wrong. Those are my thoughts of Masters of the Universe. And now segueing onto Supergirl. Now, this is a highly anticipated film ever since of the highly anticipated and most successful James Gunn Superman movie from last year. And this is also the second trailer to Supergirl. Now, my first viewing of this looks very Guardians of the Galaxy, which, to be fair, James Gunn is the big studio head of DC Studios. But he didn't direct this movie. It's directed by somebody else. But it kind of has that feel of a Guardians of the Galaxy type of vibe to it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy films, the first one being my favorite one. With this right here, I enjoy the fact that, one, Kara from the end credits of Superman is back, Supergirl, and you have Krypto, who was from Superman, back again. We find out that this is her dog. Spoiler alert for those of you that have not seen the Superman movies. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life? It's based off the comic book of Woman of Tomorrow, where basically Kara has to witness the death of her nation. Of course, Superman being one of her people, but he was sent to Earth as a baby, so he kind of escaped that. Same thing with Kara, except she wasn't a baby. She got sent as a teenager. I won't go into details of how she's older than Superman. I mean, if you know of the story, you know. She has to deal with the fact of being alone. Her people are dead. She has nobody else except her dog, Krypto. Clark has already accepted the fact that he's an earthly on Earth and he is there to protect the people of Earth after hearing about the devastating message that his parents sent. Once more, I'm not going to go into details of spoilers of Superman. If you haven't watched it yet, just go watch it, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Kara's going to different planets and getting totally plastered out of her mind so that she can either forget the fact that her people are wasted, no pun intended, She goes on this quest with another solo renegade who had their family completely annihilated by another unknown alien race. I've never read the Women of Tomorrow comic book. I'm only going based off the trailers here, so you get where I'm going with this. But you start to see how important crypto really is. This is very much a human to canine film. If you've ever watched John Wick, then you get where I'm going with this. Kara, she's going to be John Wick and some people. I don't know if there's going to be headshots. Heads will roll, though, for sure. But she is on a mission to make sure that her dog stays alive. Whereas of John Wick, he didn't have that luxury. Sorry, John. But my thoughts on this trailer, it looks stunning. It looks amazing. We get to see more of Kara and her downward spiral of just not having people. Like, the biggest difference between her and Clark is that Superman never had the opportunity to see his family, like, just get obliterated, whereas of Kara did. So that was like a bullet that basically Kal-El dodged. Sad to say. It doesn't look pretty on either side. And now she's about to witness the same exact thing with the only, I guess you can say, being that's from her home planet. The only thing that she has is crypto. And if you have seen Superman, then you know just how adorable and how loving and how amazing crypto really is. I'm rooting for crypto right here. Like, sorry, like, whoever did this to crypto, these guys gotta go. But of course, the biggest highlight of this trailer right here was Jason Momoa's Lobo. Oh, baby. Now, of course, we've seen Jason Momoa as Aquaman. He's not going to be Aquaman anymore. Not in this universe or not in this studio. No, Jason Momoa is now Lobo. And it's been a long time coming. I've seen Lobo in the comics. I've seen Lobo in the cartoon shows. But I've never seen Lobo in live action. His first theatrical appearance. And he looks amazing. He looks so great. And honestly, this was the role that Jason Momoa was to play. I mean, if you think about it, really, Lobo is Jason Momoa. Just didn't have all the makeup on him. But now that you slap the makeup on him, it's like, it's perfect casting, guys, right here. It's, what's not to love? It just seems like a win-win with these trailers right here. Masters of the Universe, Supergirl. And these movies are coming out in the same exact year where we get to have Mortal Kombat, we get to have Avengers Doomsday, we get to have... The list goes on, guys. I cannot tell you all the great movies that I'm going to go see. And I am going to see a lot of movies, and it is going to be glorious. But, guys, that is my thoughts on Masters of the Universe and Supergirl. Here's Mr. Lewis wishing you guys a great and awesome day. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Peace.